Okay, so we're just gonna go a little bit over Chloe's training with you. So when she comes home, hopefully this is gonna make it so there's more success for her. Chloe's done really well. We're really happy in where she's ended up. She's very sweet, very loving puppy. Oh, yeah, thank you. Um, but Chloe, she has a problem with going to the bathroom. She's got a really small bladder. And you'd be surprised on how fast things go through her stomach. And that's one of the biggest issues she has, is being able to hold her bladder for quite a long time. She's fine in her crate, but if she's not in her crate, she will pee if she's given the chance. She's still having to learn that uh, going in the house is not good. But so to fix that, here are a few simple things that go a long way for Chloe. One of those is limiting her space. If she's left in a large area and you're not watching her, she's gonna pee. So we have a playpen for her that we've been using. She actually outgrew her pink one. She'd climb over the plastic bars, and she'd actually move it around the kitchen. So she outgrew that. So now she's in a black metal one that's 30 inches tall, a little bit bigger, but not too big for her. And I would just leave it in the kitchen when you're walking around and doing stuff, and you don't want her on a leash walking with you. Although I'd much prefer her walking around with you so she gets used to not peeing in the house when walking around. If she's left in her playpen all day and not given the chance to learn to not pee in the house by walking around, she'll never get to a point where she can be in the house without peeing. So number 2 is limiting food and water. Like I said, you'd be very surprised on how fast water goes through her little bladder. We've timed it probably less than a half hour between when she drinks and when she has to pee. And that's not a long time. It's not. So you really have to limit. We take the bowl up. We give her plenty of chances to have water, but we don't let her drink throughout the entire day, because then we're never going to know when she needs to go to the bathroom if we don't limit and watch when she's drinking. Same goes with food. She's not eating 3 times a day anymore. She eats twice a day. She eats on her own pretty well. Sometimes she'll sniff at it and just walk away, which is fine. When she does that, just take the bowl up, and she will get to a point where she will eat if she's hungry. A lot of times, she she was a little bit pudgy, so now she has a thinner stomach down here, because she's fed twice a day now instead of 3 times. 3 times seemed to be a little bit too much where she wasn't interested in eating. So now we just feed her twice a day, and she's been doing really well with that. So next one, the most important thing is for her is crating. I know you didn't like the idea of crating at first, but in order to get her potty training under control, she's going to have to be crated. She has been in her crate for when we go to bed at around 9 o'clock until we get up around 5:30ish in the morning. She'll definitely sleep in a little bit more if you ask her to. She'll bark in the morning, but then she'll calm down and say, okay, no one's getting up because no one's letting me out, so she goes back to bed. The latest she has slept in is 9 o'clock, so that's pretty good for her and for the size she is. You just got to be confident and not take her out if she's barking, because that's just going to completely ruin it, and she's going to learn that if she barks, she gets out. But she's so much better at calming herself down and not having to get out so much. Yeah, you're a good girl. Alright. When she's out of her crate, she needs to either be in the playpen chewing on a bone, or she needs to be doing training exercises. She will bark. Usually we still are struggling with the playpen problem. She's now having to adjust without my dogs being there, and we've been slowly leaving her on her own, so she's more comfortable with that. I guarantee you she's gonna bark when she goes home with you, when you put her in the playpen. Chloe's a dog that she really loves to be with people. She's certainly not a dog that is gonna be fine left alone all day. She's not like that. Even if she has outside place to go, she still is gonna want to be where you are, and she will bark. I'm telling you now, but she's getting a lot better of calming herself down or finding something else she wants to do after a while. But that first while she will bark, and because to her it's confusing on why someone would leave her unattended, especially if she's not going to have my dogs around her anymore. She's just going to be on her own. So do expect that. She's not going to come home a perfect dog. She's going to have to relearn things with you guys and relearn boundaries in your house. So it's going to be a whole new learning situation for her. But hopefully the stuff she's learned here will continue with her over there to a point. So training exercises are pretty basic. Walking her around on a leash. She's not to walk around your house while not on a leash. She will pee. Training exercises, she knows sit, stay, down, come, spin, roll over. She knows shake. She knows leave it, and a lot of leash work will help. So doing that for 20 minutes several times a day, and each time after that putting her in her crate and letting her relax. Putting her back in her playpen will not help. She will still bark, and she needs that time to reflect on what she's learning. Dogs do actually sit there and think about what they've learned when they go in their crate. They think about what just happened, and so that's why the crate is really important to Chloe. Another thing, a huge thing that you're gonna absolutely need for Chloe is bones. Her Nyla bones, the little brown ones, don't last a whole lot, and they're not exactly fantastic for dogs. They're not a whole lot of natural, and some dogs can have a really hard time digesting them as well, and they can be a problem. What Chloe has been eating since she's been here are these. These are actually elk bones. They come raw, so you'll want to leave them in your kitchen. She loves these. My dogs have grown up on these. Elk bones are smaller than cow bones, and that's why I get them for her. You can get them at grocery stores. I get mine from Carson's Meat. They're by the Costco in Lehigh. It's like $15 or $10 for a 10-pound bag, and that will last her a long time, a lot longer than those Nyla bones. They're completely safe, completely digestible, and they will not harm her teeth. They're actually pretty soft, but they will also keep her teeth very clean. And she absolutely loves. She's chewing on one right now. She loves these bones, and they do have meat on them. So far, her tummy's handled them really well, so hopefully there won't be diarrhea problem, but I doubt it because she's been eating them for so long now. Another thing to do with Chloe on a daily basis is to take her for walks. She only needs about 1 walk at least a day. 2 would probably be preferred. Not a mile walk, just around your neighborhood. And use the head collar especially. I'll show you how to use the head collar. No more harness for Chloe. Harnesses just teach a dog to pull. Since she's at the point where she's more comfortable walking, we're not going to worry about building confidence. Now we're going to be more restraint of walking besides me. She's going to learn a lot more by walking beside you than pulling everywhere on a walk. So this is her head collar. It's pretty small. You can see there's this middle loop right here that goes up and down. That's the nose loop. And these are going to go back around the head. It does not go around her neck down here. That's what you'll find if she pulls on the leash, she will choke. This is going to sit right here. So it's not even bothering the tracheal right here and the esophagus. So there's no worry about her choking or whatsoever. She's perfectly fine on this. She has been on this. She hasn't choked on this. So don't be afraid to use this because it's going to be crucial to her training, especially with potty training. The Yorkie I just sent home this last week, we strictly worked him on head collar, and he has not peed at his home since he's been home, and that was a week ago, and he was peeing in the house about 6 times a day at his home, and we just used basic obedience and the head collar. So this is going to make a world of difference in Chloe's world if you use this. Let me show you how to put it on. So here's the nose loop. So you're going to put it around her nose and clip it on the back. It's kind of hard with her because she has such long hair. That's what it looks like. You can see it's like a V shape. You can see that it goes whoop, whoop, whoop. Chloe's still getting used to it, so she's still going to fight it. She's a spunky little thing, but she's done a lot better with it than I expected. So we do this thing for the head collar. It's pretty simple. It's called pressure and release. Let me bring this down. Hey. So when she's actually pulling or she flops down like this, you want to pull her up. Just like that. You want to be pretty gentle about it. When she plops down on the floor, when you're walking, we're just going to pull it up. And same thing with sits. If you want her to sit, she does really well with that. But I can show you more videos of just pulling this up, and she sits up. And if she starts completely plopping, just hold it like this, and until she starts walking like that, you release immediately. But she knows when the pressure starts, that's when to continue to walk. And she does really well with it, and it gets her calm to a point where she can listen and she can learn from what we're asking her to do. So it's, like I said, a completely crucial tool for Chloe in her continued training, because she's not going to be able to be successful unless she has this. Oh, Chloe. Oh, you. Oh, good girl. Huh. Yeah. And for treats, just use her dog food. She's gotten a little bit better. Where are you going? Thank you. She's gotten better at taking her treats more. Because before she didn't. And half of that was probably because her puppy teeth were still in. So they're a little bit hard for her to eat. But that's basically it for Chloe. I mean, she's a really sweet dog. We absolutely love having her here. She is a complete joy to have as long as you can follow her training. We, like I said, we have fallen in love with this little girl. She loves to play with the large dogs. She loves to play with dogs. Loves people. She's always wagging her cute little tail. We always get people asking about Chloe when we take her out to places just because she's adorable. Yeah, thanks. And I'm here to help you through the entire way with Chloe. So there's hopefully less stress about bringing her home because I know how she is here and she's a really great dog. She just needs a bit of work in a daily basis to help her continue to grow and to keep learning of what's acceptable in a house. And majority of that is potty training. It will be a few months before she gets it down, as long as you're strict, very strict on her potty training. If not, she's gonna fall behind like she did before. So, but I'm here to help you out with anything you need, and we can work through Chloe's small problems. So that's it. That's pretty basic. So